There's a lot more that we are going to do, God willing, to help the healthcare system. When I become president, I want to continue to empower all of you to improve your conditions of service in addition to all of that. Now, one of the things that you will see is that the former president, when he was president, took away the car import duty waiver for nurses. You remember that? Yes, I'm bringing it back for all nurses. The car import duty waiver is coming back for all nurses, as well as looking at ways to improve conditions for people who are posted in the rural areas.
Yatwansa so kwa NDC amanyoko no na de Candy4 April Franketu ediamamu kanema pani John Dramani Mahama na nse wode atodwa HS secretary hye ya de edi omanya na yame ya adom na obeyema mpani a nyumeku ahoto a ehweso se pro ne keta hye ebefi ho no ade omamu kwan no matumi ayomu adwuma.
Instrument for the fight against corruption is political will. We have all the laws, we have all the institutions. But if the political will to fight it is not there, the laws won't get up and fight. And so one promise I make is that I would have the political will to fight corruption. We're going to let the anti-corruption institutions work. We have the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So far we know the history of that office. The first Special Prosecutor was virtually hounded out of office, and he had to resign. And when he resigned, he described this president as the mother serpent of corruption. And so, I mean, if the president himself, who's supposed to lead the fight against corruption, is described by his own special prosecutor as the mother serpent of corruption, then you know that we have lost the fight against corruption. Even the second special prosecutor has been hounded. Attempts have been made on his life, and the same party and government that set up the Special Prosecutor's Office is the same administration that is attacking the Special Prosecutor the most and frustrating his work. I'm advocating that we have a special process where people who are identified to have misappropriated public funds are fast-tracked and justice is done. If they are not guilty, they are absolved. If they are guilty, the sanctions that are appropriate are applied. Until we do that and have a deterrent, people are going to continue to think that public money is theirs to take or misappropriate as and when they want it. Another aspect of the fight against corruption would involve procurement. One of the worst places we find corruption is in public procurement. This government, when we're in office, made so much noise about sole sourcing. But in our time, sole sourcing was used mostly for projects that were funded by certain countries. But under this government, everything is sole sourced, everything. And this is the same government that was crying about sole sourcing. And so to resolve that, I said that we're going to create an independent value for money office. And so any contract above $5 million, or as may be determined by Parliament might decide that it should be lower than $5 million because we're going to legislate it. Any contract above a certain threshold must go for value for money audit. We also said we'll launch Operation Recover All the Loot. And so we're going to do forensic audits into different funds. The All African Games, we're going to audit it. I mean, some of the figures you hear in respect of the All African Games are astounding. And so we're going to investigate that. We're going to go into PDS. Why did we lose $190 million American funding, you know, for our electricity and power sector? There are many scandals that have been left, you know, uninvestigated because the president is not interested in investigating them.
Empanyinfo abo Best Point Savings and Loans Company Limited abaso says kakrabia hodo nyumedie efa savings and loans hono Best Point Savings and Loans Limited na edi kan wo mu a wode 2023 Savings and Loans Company of the Year abaso bo ahye wona ni monyam 2023 Savings and Loans Company of the Year Basobo and now call Ediama Best Point Savings and Loans Limited. Nampenfo chirim say sika krabia hodo ndwumadi savings and loans no Best Point Savings and Loans Limited and ndwumadi asweni akon kan papa na ho keka aboma savings and loans sika krabia hodo omanim atumi abanyam na basobo ndwumadi ase no na penyene kwankyerefo a oda Best Point Savings and Loans Limited and no Dr. Fred Safokan Tanka wodi abasobo soronko eko Ediama mpenfo de sika krabia ya no Dr. Unauthorized and Dr. Kwame Despite one board members were you my for and one customers nyina what the win answer so modern born one hockey kenti and an munyam she or munsa etumi aka
me sha se de nase ama nyankopon said the washer Best Point so 10 years nyina abedu samri me de nase nso be ma shareholders Dr. Kwame Despite Dr. Unauthorized. Nam de nase so my board members. Say omone yatna ide bibia ehia bia yakọ yaniom discuss no ma boy no ma ye. We nyina so management and staff. Adwuma nyina say management and staff boa enyeyi. Na ubeka say adwuma ye hwanum ti ne ye. Customers ena ye adwuma ya mom se customers ni ho a ye ni ho nti customers so ye de nase kase mom so monya gidi and the Best Point atna afi we nya awards mi no first one no last month near winning o share Ghana Association of Microfinance Institutions GAMFIN or me awards for non-bank financial institutions. Na eno Best Point enya best startup support ebin sida dia tosumie no ene memne de ya sama munima Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana CIMG oma award ndie edimu pa omofa savings and loans 26 savings and loans ya shishie mu mo financials mo corporate social responsibility mo no ma mu ye nyina no say Best Point Savings and Loan in 2023 we are the best savings and loans of the year na sa award ema anigye ba say adwuma ye de adwuma say beboa customers na say obi tinchen institution bi tinchen no hu say ade amoye eboa de a na say ni so customers there yedamase mijina ha on behalf of shareholders board management staff yeda customers mu nyina mase se munya gidie ewoye mu se customers de bia omuni ho a oba one on ne be adwuma customers enya Best Point Savings and Loans gidie amom ne ye adwuma enti yeso de beka chom se yemma monimu nwasida yebeboa mo na modwuma da monim no yeso beboa na hweyi akoso bibia akoso yi amamo
Kwanche for Penia Oda Ghana Integrity Initiative ano eden sembi atudwa mame Mary Ada na nasma all kan se eduba bia amanyo sebaye wo my Ghana mu no baby to sini kakra baby ne se jisika na to aba mame eno emma amanyo seb no enkoyi papa baby no so se mikura tumi enti enioma me wa ban mu ekura me no ena mede ebontoa chese no so emma enoma enkoso yi papa o ya bato ma noma mu enda papa eni ntebehwe na so omano ebesakra sa noma mu ebeyi jisika to aba ene me wotumi nti no na mede ye noma na ebema democracy na ye wo oman Ghana mu no atumi etumpon.
Ghana has long been recognized as a beacon of democracy, and everywhere you go within the African continent, we are mentioned as a good example. Increasingly, however, there have been, this democracy, or the beautiful democracy we're talking about, has been threatened because of the monetization or the excessive monetization of the processes, and also in financing of elections. So the influence of money on elections the unchecked advantage of incumbency, and the harmful practice of vote buying not only undermine the integrity of our elections, but also erode trust of citizens in our democratic institutions, as captured in the Afrobarometer Round 9 and other studies, including Transparency International's Global Corruption Barometer. Women, the youth, the vulnerable, and mostly all citizens who are not well endowed are alienated from the political competitive space because of the monetization of our democracy. And we have seen it over time increasing. We have witnessed from 2012, 2016, 2020, and now what money is doing to our elections. According to an assessment by the CDD and the Westminster Foundation, on average, a candidate needs to raise 389 Ghana cedis, 389,803 Ghana cedis. That's 85,000 to be able to do the internal party processes for the parliamentary instance. If we say this, then how many of us can do that? In a year, how much are you paid if you take your annual salary? So it means already some of us are alienated from that process, or we are by force removed from competing in this process.
And the social media and also into you media who do in DB. Our social media and so amanyofo ento ampa omobo no omokasa echurobi edit social media no so utu amanfo kama amanfo betena social media so di omo ho adanse esere Ghana fo so wonto abanfa mo na na UTV kase ebo ya fo ato ye ho so atie ho gumonten so bisa Ghana fo se ni ohu no social media so no ebetima da na o madwen mpo December boss ma bato okwa akoto no ni ohu ye no ebe ma na ye na adwen se mento ma simbesi nemu mesesa ma adwen ato ma simbesi sei e na Ghana fo kire o madwen e de fa ho amanyofo egunto aboso onsusu won tirimu po ton de ama Ghana for se Ghana for hweso na won to abanfa mo December busume mu na ne social media ba setenenti no aprobo ensema wo kan dodo na so no ye hu e wo social media so ne ya waye ne ne wonye ye nyina no wo de begu social media so ne do na UTV kase bo ya fa to ye hu so bisa Ghana fo bi se aso e ne mo hu social media no e betima sesa wona dwen ama ban a won pese obeto abade ama no wo wato de ama no anampo nyanko pese oto de ama no wasesa na adwen a won to emfa ma ne bi mu ana ensem sei e na Ghana fobi edito ye nanim
mo fo so de entimi sama adwen party na me wo no na me wo chese me wasumdue minister mo ba me wasumdue mi hu bebrebe omutimi didi atem we disappointing wanye hwe ahokyina ba o mamu but ye egu kwan ho de ni scared be di stone ti ye wasumdue ti party ni ye do no still na
social media on mo no say o say nipa e display obi o kasa omudi atem obo a otwa na odidi pani bi atem obi o yesa no na emfa hwe ema but je e de peace beba o man se yan hwe nipa a on betwa boa o man no na so on betwa do o man no da yeso ebebam en na se de na hwe no na ye jadi de atem no social media se we are otomani we are o ka we ama ensemeble eno na emfa hwe ma
wo hwe ne aban we a wa ban wa ye ana hwe na watwam nso aya na wa na wakasa be decide say bia na metu amane ni enye say bia mehwe phone so na be che me say ana say phone de mehwe obi a na wahu na odi ho adanse enti me biso na mehu ana say na mehu na me so medi ho adanse say bia me so metu ama party A ana say party B party we aba na me ma decide that say me aba na metu ama de me o mitim me tu say me di ma A ana say B me na metu pa kwa metu ama no eni wo mitim eni social media asem na me de adwuma me hwe ne yakoso ba me mercy my BP say be me ko A and I say me ko B
ruin my choice of voting because like they will come with so much money to bribe, they will come with so much money to try to influence you, but how the system is hard, I think it cannot influence us.
I feel that it's a choice and it's not about speaking or talking sick, you understand? I feel that once the person can do it, you would know. And I must say that no one can come and pay me to change a mind of making the right vote. Yeah, social media cannot influence me to change my mind or to go about what I think they are saying about. Yes, I do see people talking about those things, but I don't buy those ideas.
Ewe ye be jina we so na kasebo no ye dia bawie ye kasebo na sise no ekwemu atene ni mado ene empenfo besi nkonwa na wadwendwene Ghana ho nye wa fidie ni mfiri ha ye twe ho basisi ya